even if you are not a movie buff, you might recognize some of these from the posters, like Terminator or recent movies like artificial intelligence or the Blade Runner. In movies we have seen continuously some AI being portrayed as either something very harmful or something that doesn't understand human emotions, or something that is like sort of like an AI overlord that you saw is like somebody like Jeff Bezos was trying to explain to us that it may not happen. So when we have these kind of perceptions of artificial intelligence from the movies like Matrix or Terminator, it's very difficult to separate the facts from the fiction. But today, AI is actually all around us, even if we don't know it. If we go to the next slide, uh, can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah, so this, you will see that there are thousands of news articles, even if you do not go for technology news, if you go to any of the like websites or news outlets, social media sites, there'll be one or the other news of AI popping up in front of you. Sometimes you might not even recognize it. You might think of it as some assistant like OK Google. If you have Android phone, you can speak OK Google to you, and then something will recognize that you have said that and will try to respond to your commands. When you go to some of the bank's websites, including either SBI or even sometimes Swiggy or like some of the most common websites, you chat with bots all the time, where you try to resolve your problems by typing in what seems to be your problem. And at some point, seamless transition happens when some actual human being comes into the chat. But up to before the human being comes in, all you are conversing with is an AI, and you have all heard of things like data analysis, big data, or you might have heard of other kinds of things like let's say big deep learning. These have become buzzword in today's world. Everybody does either like there are apps on your phone which does face recognition, with there are apps on your phone that does voice recognition, fingerprint matching. All of it has to a certain extent like originated from technologies that we developed along with AI. And this is what I will try to impress upon you today, that things that we think that in future are actually here. In fact, if some of you can remember the movies like Minority Report. Minority Report, I don't know how many of you remember that Tom Cruise movie where somebody, where the government could predict crime based on like certain algorithm, and it could see somewhere in the future who is going to commit the crime next. That seems like a very big science fiction fact. Do you know in New York County Police Department used some program which is very similar to what my Minority Report talks about just this year? So AI is all around us, and it's happening right now as we speak. And so we need to understand that what's going on with all of us.